Hey Virgo, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekly reading for March 20th through the 26th, 2023. This is for Virgo. Virgo, this is week 7 of the weekly readings. We should be resuming dailies either next week, April 3rd, or the week after, April 10th, and still undecided. I think we'll know when we know. I don't know what's going on, but however, this is what we've got going on. All right, this is our last shuffle, Virgo. Virgo, what we have is new beginnings, and we have true love. You know what? I almost feel like because you have like really discovered some things about yourself, because you look at yourself and you're like, you know what? I deserve to be cared about, loved. And it starts with me though. It starts with you, and that means taking better care of yourself. The new beginnings here, is taking better care of yourself. Um, thinking of yourself, but not being selfish. Self. Right? I think I've said it enough. But not to be thoughtless towards others, but more so to be to fill your cup so that you can also fill others and look and say, my cup's been filled. I look around and I see all these empty cups, and I'm able to pour a little into something else here. And there we go, Knight of Cups, pouring. But this is about being, I think, I'm speaking to some Virgos who speak out of turn. These are Virgos that speak out of turn, man. Okay? So you may be one of those people that speaks completely out of turn. Like you may say things at the spur of the moment, and you meant it. You were dying to tell them about themselves there. It almost looks like I've been dying to tell you this or that. And whatever it is, it's always like it's driven by like a disappointment or something. The new beginning now though is that it's like you may be bringing the happiness and joy into the household now. You may be that person, whereas maybe before it was like you may speak out. It looks as though you spoke out a lot against the stability of your house or how things were going in your household. You're going through a cycle where you are decisive. You are taking charge. You are no longer being what's the word? Mutable in a sense, where it's like, well, let's see what happens, and then I'll take action. You're gonna be the first. You're gonna be a catalyst here. You may say things that are going to offend, but you deliver it. It's like you deliver it with a spoonful of sugar. I think it's medicine to the soul in some way for some people. True love here with Ace of Wands and Ten of Wands. It looks overwhelming in some way. There was an overwhelming feeling or overwhelming energy. Things in your way, a lot of obstacles. A lot of the obstacles were within. A lot of the obstacles were feeling as though you couldn't change. You were on a course and there was no recourse. There was no chance or no change. There was too much to do, too much to lose, too much to take, like too many obligations, too much responsibility to be able to do anything else. It almost looks like a Virgo who's desperate to change for a new, for like working in order to create a new life or a new opportunity for yourself. But the new beginning is that although it may be disappointing, you're making your decisions and you're making your changes and you're moving forward. This new beginning is going to be one where you're going to say, regardless, you're going to speak your mind, but I think you're going to think it through a little bit more. You're going to be like, now let me make sure I say the right word because I want them to be disappointed properly. It's funny. I'm sorry. Because the reason why it's funny is because you're choosing to do it. Whereas before it would fly out of your mouth. Now you're like, nah, I need to tell them about themselves. And the way I'm about to do it, they might not like it, but it is what it is. A consciousness of lack, 8 of Cups, 3 of Wands. Once again, options. There were no options where you were. There were no options in the space that you were in. Mentally, you have been waiting to walk away from something or walk away from things. So like Wednesday, Thursday ish, Friday, this is the energy of a person who couldn't wait to walk away from something. There were things missing in your life. Emotionally, your spirit just felt, it started to feel hampered down, where you couldn't move, you couldn't go in any direction. How? Right? That's what this looks like. How? You started to get lazy and bored. I won't say you're lazy at all. I can't say a Virgo's lazy. But you know how you get used to things not moving and you get kind of bored. I can relate. Oh my gosh. And I don't mean to, do this all the time, but they're almost showing like how if you go from a very big school district where everybody takes pride in their education, then you go to like a southern state, and no offense to southern states, some of the schools are fantastic. Like I'm saying southeast, okay? Or Midwest. There's some schools I'm like, how are they getting funding? Because there's no way, they're not teaching you anything. You may go from one of those amazing Ivy League areas to like one of those, country areas where they don't really, schools like what's school schmool, and you got lazy because you're like, I don't even have to study, I just pass through. And this is looking like you were desperate to walk away from that. You want more. Okay? Something to that magnitude. So by the weekend here, I hope I'm making sense, because some of the things I'm being shown is like, I don't know that it's making sense. But joy's fun here with the 5 of Pentacles and Ace of Swords. Might as well be 10, but joy's fun here would be seeing that having fun does not always mean spending money, and it doesn't always mean that you have to have certain things in order for fun to be present in the present moment kind of thing. The energy, you may be, oh, and also too, it's like you're not going to be short with the truth. You're going to be like the Ace of Swords is truth. It is the epitome of truth. It is the clarity that, like, knowing the truth, right? 5 of Pentacles a lot of times is finding out more, right? You need to find out more. There's some things that are missing in the story. There's some things missing in something. But having fun with it means that you may have been telling people like about themselves or about, and I say that because of how true love is here. You may have been telling people about themselves because you're looking at yourself going, listen, I'm a job, and I know I'm a job to myself. I'm my own job, okay? But y'all are loud with it. You're a job to yourself and others. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding at all. I feel like there's some Virgos that's about to tell people about themselves. I like Virgos because they tell the truth about it. And when they love you, they're gonna say it. Especially, I have so many Virgo aunts and Virgo uncles and cousins and such. I have so many. I'm surrounded, and man, they don't play. So you're not gonna play with people. This looks like you're telling the truth. You're not gonna be short with it, but you're gonna have fun trying to find out more about everything else. By the end of the week, at first, it's gonna be like, Lord have mercy. You've been waiting to walk away from some of these people in the first place. Whatever you say is definitely going to, final nail in the coffin there. But that's okay. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't in the grand scheme of things. You could be dealing with there's a lot of water. So you could be dealing with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Doesn't have to be at all. These signs could be in your chart. But I'm sorry it was all over the place, but it just kept showing basically depth on the same subject. So that's what we have, Virgo, telling it like it is. Wow. So if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.